everyone. Mr. Grinch, you really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. The 3 words that best describe you are as follows, and I quote, stink, stank, stunk. My voice could never go as low as the guy who sings that song, but I can dream, can't I? Hello everyone, welcome back to another installment of Home Media Reviews. We took a couple weeks off for some supplementals, but now we're back to finish out this little Christmas mini-series here. And we're here to talk about one of my favorite television specials to watch around Christmas time, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas. In my opinion, this is the definitive Grinch experience. It's better than Jim Carrey's live-action version. It's better than that animated piece of shit starring Benedict Cumberbatch. This gets the Grinch character 100% correct, and that's because it directly lifts from the original source material. But we'll talk about that in due time. Let's go ahead and jump right into the history section of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Right after I crack open this bottle of Angry Orchard with my Infinity Gauntlet bottle opener. Ah, refreshing. If you guys are old enough to drink, you should definitely give Angry Orchard a taste. Also try Reds. They're both very good apple-flavored beers. So before I down half this bottle, let's go ahead and jump right into the history section of How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Alright, so How the Grinch Stole Christmas first aired on CBS on December 18th, 1966. This aired the same year as It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, and a year after A Charlie Brown Christmas. My dad was born in October of 1966. This movie is as old as he is. I kind of feel like that's the reason why this is his favorite holiday special of all time. It's because it came out the same year he was born. I mean, I'd have a bias too if I was born the same year as the Grinch. Now, going forward throughout this history section, it's going to be a little bit patchy because the internet has not done a very good job at archiving the different versions of the Grinch. There have been numerous releases of this damn thing over multiple different formats. I'm just going to give you the highlights here. And the photos that I found were the photos that I found. I can't clarify if they're the exact releases that I'm talking about. I'm primarily talking about the VHS, the Betamax, the CED, and the Laserdisc, which you're seeing on your screen right now. Some of these are a 2-pack with Horton Hears a Who. I know that wasn't the original release for the CED and the Laserdisc and stuff like that, but those are the only photos I could find of these online to prove that these actually existed. And this very same VHS tape got reprinted multiple times throughout the 1990s. Oh, I guess I should give you the date when these came out. These came out in 1988. So over 20 years since the original special aired on television, you could finally own it for private home viewing. This VHS was reprinted multiple times throughout the 90s. I don't have a lot of photos of those reprints because the poster art doesn't change, at least from the sources and such that I was able to find on it. Basically, the only thing that was changed was the company logos. On November 19th, 1997, however, the Grinch hit DVD for the very first time in a crappy clipper case variant. That's crazy that the first DVD release for Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas was in November of 1997. I can't even think of that format going back that far, but it does. It would be 2 years later when the VHS was reprinted in 1999 with brand new poster art. In 2000, the DVD was reprinted with this very same poster art as well. Pretty sure my grandparents have a copy of this in their TV cabinet somewhere in their house. I remember seeing this multiple times whenever I would go over there. It would then be 6 years 4, we got a brand new copy of The Grinch. On November 21st, 2006, we got the 50th anniversary of the book DVD set. This, of course, included the special and a couple of new bonus features. It was a cool set for the time. Later on October 2nd, 2007, the Christmas Television Classics DVD set was released. And I'm just going to read my notes to you verbatim here. Too many specials to name. Most of them I haven't heard of. Well done me from like 2 weeks ago. On October 7th, 2008, we got a classic Christmas favorites DVD box set. And again, I'm going to read you my notes verbatim. Again, too many specials to name. I'm not naming any of these. On August 11th, 2009, there was a DVD reprint, I assume with new poster art. On October 6th, 2009, we finally got The Grinch on Blu-ray. Took it long enough, didn't it? It was a trailblazer when it came to DVD format, but Blu-ray? Nah, we'll wait a few years to see how it pans out. You ever heard of the Santa's Magical Stories DVD set? Well, that came out on October 4th, 2011. Included The Grinch. I should say that every set that I mention here, it includes The Grinch. I shouldn't have to say that, but somebody in the comments is going to yell at me for not saying that. You didn't say that this included The Grinch, Wiggle Lover. It included The Grinch. Okay, I'm not naming any of the other specials because most of them I don't know and don't care enough to research. We got another DVD set to talk about just a few weeks later on October 18th, 2011. Holidays on the Loose DVD set. Oh, this one I actually listed the stuff that's included. It included The Grinch, Grinch is the Cat and the Hat, and Halloween is Grinch Night. Oh, that's why I noted those, because those two specials are actually on the Blu-ray that we're going to take a look at during the close-up section. The Deluxe Holiday DVD set hit store shelves on October 2nd, 2012. Side note, The Grinch really loves October. I guess it's because of Halloween, but damn, there are so many reprints of this in October. Anyway, this included Grinch, Lorax, and Horton. That's just what I put in my notes. The Lorax and Horton Here's a Who. Do I really need to say that? Probably. Somebody's going to yell at me if I don't. Ooh, here's something different. February 13th, 2013 brought us the Hats Off to the Dr. Seuss Blu-ray and DVD set. This included The Grinch, the Cat and the Hat, the Lorax, Horton Here's a Who, and Green Eggs and Ham. And then later on that year, on October 1st, 2013, the Classics Christmas Favorites, that's a lot of S's, reprint was reprinted on DVD. I was reading my notes verbatim there. The 50th anniversary of The Grinch special came about in 2015, and October 20th, 2015, we got the 50th anniversary of the special reprint Blu-ray plus DVD. I'm not sure why it's not 2016, because that would actually be 50 years. Maybe Blu-ray.com is wrong. The Many Gifts of Dr. Seuss DVD set hit store shelves on October 3rd, 2017, included Grinch, Cat in the Hat, Lorax, and Horton. Ultimate Edition Blu-ray / DVD combo, which is the definitive version of the Grinch. It has a fantastic Blu-ray transfer. Hit store shelves on October 23rd, 2018. This is the version that includes the Grinch is the Cat in the Hat, and Halloween is Grinch Night. It's probably not the only one that has it, but it's the one that I have, and it's the best one. Sorry. About a week later, the Ultimate Edition was reprinted, but now it has a keychain. It's one of those little Funko keychains. That came out on October 30th, 2018. I think that might have been a Walmart exclusive. Next up, on October 29th, 2019, there was a Target exclusive sweater Blu-ray slipcover variant. This one's actually kind of cool. I would have picked this up if I didn't already have the one from 2018. On November 3rd, 2020, The Grinch was reprinted during the pandemic. Don't ever underestimate corporation's ability to reprint stuff to make a buck off of you, the Blu-ray was reprinted with simplistic artwork. And then on November 2nd, 2021, we got a Target exclusive slipcover variant that has the animated Grinch inside of a little snow globe. Isn't that nice? And actually, if you go to your local Targets right now, if they still stock physical media, most of mine certainly don't, but the one that does has more copies of the Grinch in the snow globe slipcover packaging on store shelves right now. Are they new for this year? Are they backstock? I'm going to assume that they're new for this year because Warner Brothers loves pushing out their old classics. They've got Christmas Vacation, Polar Express, Love Actually, for some reason, has that slipcover too with the snow globe. They're nice little simplistic pieces, but they're not the best thing ever, I guess. I mean, if you don't already have the Ultimate Edition from 2018, this is a cheap way to get it. I'm skipping ahead in my categories here. We're in the history section, but now, actually, spoiler alert, we're out of the history section because we're moving right along to the close-up. Alrighty, everyone, here's your close-up look at How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the original animated version, aka the only good version. I don't care what any of you say, that 2018 Grinch movie with Benedict Cumberbatch, not good. Blu-ray disc logo up there at the top, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Ultimate Edition, with some really great poster art of the Grinch and Max there on the front. I really like this poster. It's fun. The spine, Blu-ray disc logo, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Warner Bros. Logo. The back, all new, all green. It's the Ultimate Edition of the Holiday Classic. Blurb about the movie. Barcode there. You've also got a little thing down here. You got two remastered Grinch specials. The Grinch, Grinch's The Cat and the Hat, and Halloween is Grinch Night. I actually forgot those were on here. That's a pretty cool little throw in there. A lot of special features on this release there. The Grinch and Max again. Cast and crew, tech specs and stuff down there at the bottom. And we open it up. It's a Blu-ray and DVD combo pack. There's your DVD with Max hanging upside down. And then your Blu-ray. Same poster for each. It's that reflective gray look. Not a huge fan, but hey, at least they threw in Max for a little artwork there. However, that's not everything that came with this release. My copy is actually a Walmart exclusive variant copy that came in a much larger cardboard box. I think I threw that box away years ago, but I still have the little freebie that came with it. It's a Pocket Pop keychain of Max. I thought it was cute, and I didn't own the Grinch movie yet on Blu-ray, so I was like, you know what? I'll pick it up for what, $15 and get this little Max with antler thing. It's cute. I used to have a dog that was named Max, so this is just really nice. I really like it. Look at this big smile. He's just so cute. So that's your close-up. Let's move right along to the menu tour. Alrighty, everyone, here we are for your menu tour of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, starting off with our DVD here, and you guys already know what I'm going to say. Every time we look at a DVD for home media reviews, I'm standing pretty close to my television right now. I have to, so you will be able to hear me through the microphone on my phone here. This format is so obsolete today. I mean, I'm looking at this and I can see every pixel that's on screen right now. It is, wow. And I'm looking at it through the camera and it doesn't look that bad. But when you look at it in real life, this entire image is just so pixelated and so blurry. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it doesn't look that bad through the camera lens, but trust me, in real life it looks awful. So we have play, episodes, languages, and special features. Episodes is basically just selecting which special you want to watch. So we have How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Grinch, Grinch is the Cat in the Hat, and Halloween is Grinch Night. Why does this look like a menu that you would make on a DVD maker on your computer back in like 2006? Seriously, it's just a little TV icon next to the different specials that are on here. It's really Warner Brothers. Same thing with the language options. We have English and French, and then for audio, and then for subtitles, English and French again. Special features, I guess that's a commentary making animation and bringing it to life. Dr. Seuss and the Grinch from Who-ville to Hollywood. Songs in the key of Grinch. Who's Who in Who-ville. Grinch song selections. TNT's How the Grinch Stole Christmas and the Grinch pencil test. So you know what? For this being a subpar format, it does have a lot of bonus content on it. Alright, here we are for the Blu-ray menu. And whew, this looks so much better. It doesn't look like poop anymore. We got play, episodes, audio, subtitles, and special features. Let's see if the special features are the same as on the DVD. Making animation, bring it to life, Who-ville to Hollywood, songs, key of Grinch, Who's Who in Who-ville, Grinch song selections, TNT's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and Grinch pencil test. Yeah, everything that's on the Blu-ray is also on the DVD. That's kind of impressive. Usually your special features are only on the Blu-ray nowadays. Subtitles, the same, English and French. Audio, the same, English and French. And the episodes are the same. Just your menu layout is different. Since this is a Blu-ray, we don't need another page to show our options. So that's it for the menu tour. Let's go ahead and head on back and answer the 5 main questions as always. Alright, so you're back from the close-up. Now it's time to answer the 5 main questions as always. Number 1, where can you pick this product up? Go to your local Target right now. You can pick it up there. I think there's a Walmart variant out there too, so you can actually go and get the animated Grinch on store shelves right now. Which means when I ask question number 2, is this product still being printed nowadays, I can say yes, because it's out on store shelves right now, and I assume it's not backstock. Number 3, should you pick this product up? I've already mentioned how the 2018 Blu-ray is the definitive How the Grinch Stole Christmas experience. I mean, unless you have that original book. If you don't, though, and for some reason you hate reading, this animated special is the best way to experience that in its purest form. The reason I like this animated special so much is because it's the perfect length. It's 25 minutes long. This story did not need to be any longer. It did not need to be expanded to 90 minutes with Jim Carrey and Benedict Cumberbatch playing this title character. Boris Karloff is amazing as this Grinch. If you'll allow me, I'm going to attempt to do my best impression of Boris Karloff, and let's go ahead and take a quick little inventory of my beer. Wow, that's halfway gone. So, this is going to be a half a beer down impression of Boris Karloff. Every Who down in Whoville liked Christmas a lot, but the Grinch, who lived just north of Whoville, did not. The Grinch hated Christmas the whole Christmas season. But please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason. It could be that his shoes were too tight. It could be that his head wasn't screwed on just right. But whatever the reason, on Christmas Eve he stood at the top of his cave, hating the Whos, staring down from his cave with a sour, grinchy growl, watching all the Whos celebrate in that town. And they're hanging their stockings, he snarled and sneered. Tomorrow is Christmas. It's practically here. I know I missed a couple of lines there. I don't know this special word for word, but I know the intro pretty well. But that's the thing about Boris Karloff. His performance is amazing. For the longest time, I didn't know he played both the narrator and the Grinch, because his voice changes between the two so well. And the thing that the newer Grinch adaptations don't understand about this original is how to characterize this Grinch. In the original, He's just an old curmudgeon who hates Christmas for no reason. We don't need a reason. We don't need a reason for the Grinch to hate Christmas so much. The way that Boris Karloff narrates Dr. Seuss's words, you get why the Grinch hates Christmas. He hates it because he can. Because he's an old curmudgeon who lives at the top of a mountain and hates everything that the Who's stand for. I can't really speak to the Jim Carrey adaptation because I haven't seen that one in full, but the Benedict Cumberbatch one, Hope made me watch that, I think, last year, and it just didn't work at all for me, so I can talk about that one more. The way that the Grinch is characterized in that adaptation is he's just kind of a recluse. He goes into town every now and then, and he kind of messes with people. He doesn't have an irrational hatred for these people. He just kind of sees them as an annoyance. And while some people may see that as a good thing, it means that he's not over the top and it makes his character arc more believable later on. That's not what this story's supposed to be. This is supposed to be an extreme character going from one side of the spectrum to the other. Last time I checked, I didn't hear anyone criticizing A Christmas Carol for having Ebenezer Scrooge go from absolutely despising the Christmas holiday to absolutely loving it throughout his journey throughout that story. This Grinch goes through a very similar story here. And for the 60s, this animation is very well done. I mean, that's no slight on animation from the late 60s. It's all very well done. Those Charlie Brown specials are amazing. But if you watch them in 4K, you can see every little bit of animation that the creators put into the movie. I can see how some people would see that as a bad thing. They would think like, oh no, I can see that it's animated. It's breaking my illusion. Like, duh, it's a cartoon. Of course it's not gonna look 100% photoreal. I personally like that fact that those Peanuts 4Ks are so crisp and pristine that I can see every piece of film that was put into it to make it into the animated feature that it is. And that's kind of the same thing we get here with this Grinch Blu-ray transfer. These colors popped off of my television. And this isn't even in 4K. We don't have the Grinch in 4K yet. I assume that'll be coming later on. But honestly, I don't feel like we need it because I don't know how you can get any better than these colors here. They are so bright and vivid. They capture my eyeballs immediately. I love looking at this Grinch special. It is a feast of color for the eyes. And again, I love the title character of the Grinch. You love to hate him because you really you don't want him to steal Christmas, but at the same time, don't you kind of root for him a bit? Because those Who's, they're so irrationally happy. You gotta wonder, like, what makes them so happy? Maybe I'm just bitter. But I find myself rooting for the Grinch sometimes when I watch this special. Obviously, by the end, I feel satisfied that his heart grows 3 sizes too big, and he probably died of congestive heart failure later on. No joke, while we were watching this, I was over at Hope's house, and her mom walks in, and I'm like, this is weird. Wouldn't the Who's, like, feel kind of odd that they got robbed in the middle of the night? Wouldn't they be concerned for that? And she goes, are you trying to apply logic to a Dr. Seuss story? I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I am. Guess I should shut up and just enjoy it. It is the best version of Dr. Seuss's original character. It's the best adaptation of it. Its animation hasn't aged a day. It still looks great. I love all the over-the-top facial expressions that the Grinch gives, especially the one that I love to use in the GIF where his mouth grows so big and his hair splits apart at the top. That always makes me laugh. It's just a delightful, fun tale, and if you haven't seen it, you definitely should give it a watch because I keep saying it over and over again. It's the definitive version of the Grinch, at least to me. Maybe your definitive version is Benedict Cumberbatch or Jim Carrey. You know what? We can disagree here. You're wrong, though, but that's okay. You have a right to be wrong. I'm kidding, okay? Before someone blasts me in the comments, like you all still do for my Big World Big Adventures review for some odd reason, I'm joking, okay? We can have civil disagreements. That is not something that is lost in our society. Well, it kind of is if you look at the Thomas fandom, but in polite society, where real people talk to each other in real life, we can politely disagree with one another. So obviously, I recommend How the Grinch Stole Christmas. This has great special features on it too. Grinch is the cat in the hat, and Halloween is Grinch Night. Those look really good too on this Blu-ray. They don't look as good as the main special. I think most of the work went into that. But hey, it's cool that they have them here. It's cool that we have some special features talking about the making of the Grinch animated special. Number 4, where should you pick this product up? If you can find it in stores, it's going to be the definitive edition, or no, the ultimate edition is what it's called. I'm getting my buzzwords mixed up there. It'll be the ultimate edition, and you should pick that up if you find it in stores, because it's the best version you're ever going to get. And number 5, what price should you pay? Well, that's a doozy, because the ultimate edition that's out on store shelves right now, I think that's retailing for like $10 or so, maybe 12, depending on your area. That's about the price I'd pay for it. You're getting a lot of value there for your $12, so yeah, I'd say that. I don't have anything for the DVDs or the VHS tapes. I don't know the values of those. I think, don't quote me on this though, I think we have a VHS tape of The Grinch in the basement. I'm pretty sure it's the animated one. I remember seeing that as a kid. I think that's the way we watched it when I was younger. Because for a while, I guess my parents didn't realize it aired on TV, and they had the VHS tape from, I guess, when my dad was younger. So I think that's how we watched it. Of course, now we had the whole streaming rights thing, and how the Peanut specials are now exclusively on Apple's streaming service. My parents are now begging me for my physical media. They're afraid the Grinch is going to go next. So, you know what, Dad? When the Grinch is off of all the streaming services and you can't watch it on TV no more, you can just give me a call. I feel vindicated. So, folks, that is the home media review on How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I hope I didn't offend any of you with the fact that I said that the animated Grinch is the best one. That's just my opinion. And I hope that this beer bottle is now 2/3 of the way gone now. It's past the halfway point. We're past the halfway point, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that little explanation as to why I feel that way helps to articulate my point more. Because I don't just say, oh, well, the animated one's the best because it's the first one. Like, no, I have actual reasons as to why I feel that way. So next week is the mini-series finale. I know, only 3 full episodes, but that's all I had time to produce this year. I just graduated school. I gotta get stuff done, y'all. I gotta get a real job here pretty soon. I'm a busy guy. Fear not, though, because we have one more episode next week, and it's on Put the Cookie Down! Now! We're going to talk about Jingle All the Way! Did you guys see the movie Eraser? I was pretty bad in it. I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, Jingle All the Way next week. I haven't seen it yet as of recording this video, and I am cautiously optimistic. With that all being said, though, that wraps up this video. Thank you all so very much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Good night, everybody.